Hello everybody and welcome back to the realm. At the beginning of this episode I want to start off by getting some new armor because my pants and boots broke, and also my chest plate and helmet are literally right about to break, so this is not too good. And I also did some mining so I can actually make myself a set of diamond armor, which is going to be really helpful. And I also have enough books to make my own enchantment setup now. Usually I just go over to Flipspace and use his, but I actually have a bunch of bookshelves, and I think I'm going to go up to my airship to put it in there. And I'm probably also going to make like an anvil and a chest to put some lapis in there, but yeah, I'm just gonna grab some stuff and then go up to the airship to make an enchantment setup. Alright, now we are at the airship, and okay, made it on safely. Should probably figure out a little bit of a better way to get on, but it's fine for now. And I think I'm gonna have the enchantment table in the middle right here, with bookshelves on the back and side. And I'm assuming I'll have enough here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'm pretty sure you need 15. So I'll just put some bookshelves like that. And also I brought some just regular oak planks so that these corners I could fill them in, even though no one's ever going to see them. It just is going to bother me if they're sitting like that. And I think out here would actually be a better spot for some of the other things. Like I think right on this left side I'll put a chest with my lapis in it. I do have some more, but it's in ore form right now. And I'll have an anvil over here, and maybe this grindstone I can just hang right above the enchantment table. Not sure how good that looks. You know what? Doesn't look too terrible. I can always move it if I want to. So right now, what I'm gonna do, I don't know what the what enchantments are available. So let's see. Chest plate, blast protection. I'm gonna try and go for normal protection over any specific. That's also blast protection. Feather Falling 4 is pretty good, and I also have a Feather Falling 4 book, so I can combine that onto this and get Feather Falling 5, so I'm going to go for that. And we also get Prot 3, which is pretty good. Now I'm at 28 levels, so what I'm going to do is go down to the skeleton farm, get to 30 levels, come back, enchant one piece, and then just go back and forth that way, because it takes less time to get from 27 levels to 30 than it takes to get from 30 to 33. I know I'm at 28 now, but when I get to 30, then do a level 3 enchantment, it'll take me back to 27. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that till this is all enchanted. Alright, everything is enchanted now. On my helmet, I got Protection 4 and Aqua Infinity. I got Prot 4 and Unbreaking 3 on my chest plate. Just regular Protection 4 on my leggings. And I got, well, okay, you saw me enchant the boots, so you know what I got there. And those enchantments are pretty good, but I do want to get Unbreaking 3 and Mending on all of these. And I think that the best way to do that would be for me to go and run the raid farm so that I can get Hero of the Village and generate some emeralds from that. So what I'm going to do is go to the raid farm, run that, and then go to the trading hall. Okay, so now I have Hero of the Village, and I also got a good amount of emeralds from the raid farm. Most of these actually were already in the chest. It doesn't get this many emeralds from running at one time. That would just be insane. Also, I got a Sharpness 4 book, so even though I'm not making a sword quite yet, that'll be useful for when I decide to. The first thing that I'm gonna want is the mending books. Oh, wait. Okay, he has sharpness, which is pretty good, but this guy's the mending one. Yep, so if I just get 4 mending books, 1 more, and then I also want... This guy has Silk Touch, and I actually don't think we have an Unbreaking 3 person, so... Wait, what's this? Efficiency 3, yeah, so we actually do not have an Unbreaking 3 guy, which is kind of unfortunate, so I guess even though I wasn't planning on it, we will be adding a new villager to the trading hall today. So I'm just going to start off like usual and put some rails, whoop, I guess I can't place them like that, and bring some rails over to the spot where we usually keep them, and I have no building blocks, so looks like I'm going to need that to get the rails across here. Alright, now that I have these, I'm just going to bring this across over here so that I can continue these rails. We actually have pretty much always a line of rail coming out of the villager breeder. Don't know when we're going to remove it, probably once we fill up the whole trading hall. And usually what I would need to do is toss these 2 villagers carrots so that they can make a baby villager, but looks like there's already one in here, so I'm just going to bop him down into the water and put down this minecart. Get in there, alright. And then we send him down this way. It's probably going to go faster than I can run. There we go. Come on, before it turns night, we don't want you to get eaten by the mobs. Actually, doesn't even look like it's turning night. I thought the sun was lower when I came in here. It is getting down there, I guess. Hopefully this little incline here doesn't stop him. I think he'll be fine getting up that. There he goes. And now I just need to wait for him to grow up, and then what I'll do is just keep breaking and putting down that lectern until he gets Unbreaking 3. Alright, this guy finally has Unbreaking 3, and I did initially drop him down this hole, but then I noticed that there was 1 free space, so I just slid the minecart across. And I'm actually only going to need 3 Unbreaking 3 books because my chest plate already has Unbreaking 3 on it. And now all I need to do is go to my anvil and put those books on my armor. Okay, I've got my armor all set now, and it took me back 20 levels actually. I was at 8, but now I have 9. I just picked up XP randomly. And I have to say that this Feather Falling 4 is really good because I was making the jump from my boat back to my tower, and I fell, and I only lost 4 hearts, and normally I would have died, so gotta say, I'm liking the Feather Falling. And now what I want to do is make pretty much this bridge that I have here, except on the back of my base, because I usually go that way to go to the skeleton farm, and especially when I'm getting levels for enchanting, I go that way, so I just think it'd be really useful to have. And I don't think that I'm gonna go like super in depth on how to build it, because I already have videos on how I've done it, but I will break it down sort of into its steps without going into too much detail. And pretty much there's 2 types of circuits in this. There's one circuit that is for extending the bridge. There's 2 of those. There's one here and one on the other side, and those just have pistons that extend this wood out. And then underneath in the water, well, under the water, there's a toggle circuit, which basically makes it so that no matter which of these 2 buttons I push, it'll either extend or retract the bridge. So it just retracted, and then I hit the same button and it's extending now. Then if I hit this one, it'll just retract. And so I'm just gonna come on over here and start out a bit of a path here. Oh, I'm gonna need to put some andesite under there, or else that's gonna bother me. Yeah, this is a little bit of a shorter part of the moat, so it might not be as good, but I just really want to bridge across here. Not that it's difficult to jump, but I think the bridge just looks a lot better. And I think I'm going to start off by making the bridge extender circuit on this side. Alright, I've got this extension circuit in here, and I'm just going to briefly explain it. Basically, power comes in through here, which extends this piston and this one, so it extends it out 2 blocks. And then when I pull this back, so that happened kind of fast, but basically, this piston pulls back slightly before this one does. And at that point, here, let me just break this here so you can see. At that point, it's still 1 block extended out. Whoops. And basically, this piston is going to fire a second time and finish pulling it back all the way. And now I'm basically just going to copy this onto the other side. Alright, now we have it over here. Basically the same thing. The only difference is that this has honey blocks. And the reason why you want to have honey blocks on this one is so that when they come together, they can actually pull apart. Because if this was slime blocks, then both halves would stick together and they wouldn't be able to retract properly. And woo. Now what I'm going to do is dig down under here and make a circuit that can toggle between the extended bridge and the retracted bridge. Okay, so here's the toggle circuit. Basically, it just passes an item between 2 different droppers. Right now it's in the bottom one, and when I hit this again, it'll come up into this top one, and this comparator will get a signal from it. Pretty much all that's happening when I'm hitting this button is it's spitting out that piece of gravel into the hopper here, and then it's getting sucked up into this dropper. So yeah, pretty simple toggle circuit. And if you're going to make this, just make sure that you have a repeater here that is 2 ticks back, and make sure that it's not connected into this bottom one. If you don't have this here, then the gravel's just going to get spat right back out of this one, and it won't actually toggle. It'll just stay stuck in this bottom dropper. And now all I need to do is connect everything up. Okay, everything is hooked up now, and as far as function goes, everything is working fine, but you know, it's pretty ugly, and I don't want to walk on slime blocks and honey blocks all the time, so I'm just going to take what I did over there and copy it on over here. Alright, so this is looking a lot better now, and it pretty much looks identical to the one over there. I've only noticed one issue, and that's when I hit this. This one takes like a little bit longer to extend. I have no idea why. Also, I got the armor for these. You might notice that it's a little bit broken. That's because I actually got it from the raid farm. I didn't really realize that I would get much iron armor that way, but there was a ton, and there was a lot of it that was enchanted, but I only took the unenchanted stuff so that it would match the statues that I have over there. And now what I want to do is make a little path coming out from this side of the bridge that connects up with this one. So this is a path that Number Zero made. It actually connects to the village, and it leads to the skeleton farm, and I think it would be pretty natural if I made a path from here connecting into this one. Okay, this path is done now, And even though it's just a simple path, I actually think it looks pretty good. I like this little curve that we have in it, and I also copied Number Zero's idea of putting torches on trees. So I just put some torches around here on the trees. And I think that's going to have to be it for this episode. I didn't really do any major projects, but I did get way better armor and also made another bridge, which took a bit of time. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please consider giving it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. And that's about it, so I will see you in the next one.